Mumin The Wordsmith. Receiver of the greatest miracle. His ways are infallible. His words are durable and unparalleled. To every situation he is applicable, and the result is always reasonable. That is incredible. They asked me whether he was a scientist, a philosopher, an economist, a historian, a soothsayer, a lawyer, a judge. But I tell them, nay, he was an unlettered Arabian. People thought a magician. He was tagged as a barbarian and a possessed musician. Like a drunk Rastafarian, he was cursed by the physician, and there was no sympathy shown to him by a Scandinavian. He was a hated lover, the unlearned writer, the peaceful fighter, a slave and a master, a learner and a teacher. But what they failed to realize was the fact that it was just a favor bestowed on him. At the cave of Hira, the revelation came to him. The angel descended, but perhaps he thought a jinn. But it was an angel of Al-Ghafur Rahim. In fright, he couldn't even think. He bled agony when he was told to read. His soul nearly sank, for he was an Ummi, an Nabiyil Ummi. But with the help of Khadija, the greatest and sweetest sugar mommy, he became firm as an Egyptian mummy. He took up the mantle with courage. To the past prophets, he paid homage. He satisfied us with the Quran and the Hadith like kose and porridge. He didn't need pen drives nor hard drives. His brains were natural Quranic memory storage. His home shattered, ankle mutilated, property seized, but he kept his cool. Life threatened, physically abused, homeland evacuated, but he still pardoned. The one with the heart of a lion, the toughness of a python, with a gentle smile as nylon. Check how my words are depicting him like I have just swallowed crayons. He said, be just and treat the poor kindly. Don't be tough and miserly. Speak good and nicely. He led by example, leading in both the jungles and the temple. He exhibited fairness in every case he handled, so his companions also learned to resemble. He is like the lake of the desert, so his legacy we preserve like food we serve. From generation to generation we serve, with no compromises and curves. So observers should observe and give him the credit he deserves. He changed the unity of the world forever, and that is why at Mecca the world comes together. Islam will remain the same forever. In the same state our prophet left it forever. He is the greatest ever. He is the righteously sickening fever. His freshness attracted the lights of Khadija. His fierceness made the hearts beat kum like Baja. If Julius was synonymous to the word courage, his name would have been Caesar. At the battles with his army, he rode like a leader. With his sword, he slayed to defend as he was eager to eradicate oppression and suppression, eliminate segregation and stratification, and terminate domination of possessions wrongly possessed by oppressors of the suppressed. Dan Abudullahi, Muhammed Wallahi, Masayin Kanabari Kurana Surutu, Sumatallahi, Desert Zaki, Sine Nuna, Sine Maka, Amabayin Kamuntashi, Rasulullahi, Masoyin Allah, Habibullahi, Makiyanka Makiyemu Aduullah. Greatness, that is what defines his name, Ahmad. He is like the locket, the seal of prophets, the imam of prophets. When we hear his name, our temperature rockets. That is why we fix Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam behind his name like sockets. He is Al-Habib, the beloved, the only illiterate author, the unlearned lecturer of academic tutors. We harbor his sayings in our brains like tumors. They say no one is perfect, so we should aim for perfection. But humanly speaking, that man surpassed perfection, so we aim for him. The descendant of Ibrahim, from the household of Ismail, Ya Bani Israel. Trustworthiness was his name, his loveliness was the same, and with truthfulness he came, and to bear the title of greatness was his fate. And that is why we go insane. His words we detain, then to the kuffars we invade, till their disbelief they cremate. The day he dropped it was like a falling star. His light shines bright and the moon is not on par. The only camel that raw, give us him and Allah, and we will not ask for more. For his greatness a poet will speak boss like Kendrick Lamar, that will leave behind scars stretching far from Accra to Qatar. He is the greatest of the greatest. He is late, but his trend is still the latest. A bet behind him is the safest. Check out his features, the perfect picture and the vision of eagles. And tell me who is the best of leaders. He got more hits than the Beatles. Ati Muhammed and il-Wasila wal-Fadilata wa رفيعا وبعثه مقام محمودا الذي وعدته ورزقنا شفاعته يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد. And prepare on the day of his intercession, will be behind him in succession. So firm and focus on the sirat, no diversion, as he leads us through the gates of heaven for the endless escasion, the destination of perfection. He is Muhammad, the slave and prophet of Allah, and I'm Mumin The Wordsmith, a slave and poet of Allah. What?